Why don't we just count down together?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Okay, I'll start and then you join in. Ready? 10, 9,
3, 2, 1. Sync.
Right, will that work?
It will work. I mean, it will work enough that
Wait,
we're
surely if we have a conversation, I can just sync up the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. But we're now in sync.
Hi,
So
George.
Hi, Matt.
Oh.
No, go on.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No. You go.
No, you go.
Hi.
Hi.
This is the most scuffed intro to a podcast.
Okay, well, we're synced up now, so we're good.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a very different podcast. I'm not going to bother be like we're in. You know, you guys know the drill, right? They know the drill, huh?
Yeah, they know the drill. They know
Yeah.
that what's going on.
I know what's going on. And if you don't, well, no, I'm not gonna explain it. So this is episode. Oh bloody Nora! What?
95.
95.
Six?
Are you going for 95?
I'm going on the
It is
channel
indeed
now.
episode number. We've got 340 subscribers, dude. Episode 96, dude.
Damn,
Episode
away.
96.
If we time it right, number 100 will be just after we come out of quarantine.
Exactly what I'm thinking. And then we're gonna just do a big old podcast with a bunch of people. Get some people down. Get some drinks in. Play some like rap battle games and stuff like last time.
Just
and
normal
just
rap
do like
battles.
Huh?
Just normal rap battles.
What did I say?
You said rap battle games. I'm just what?
Oh,
We're just gonna have rap battles.
That's what I mean. Like last time when we did the rap battles with the elephant and like the orders.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's just get straight into it then, I guess. We're obviously, all jokes aside, this is going to be a very different podcast to what is usual, purely because obviously we aren't in the same room. So it might be a bit odd at times if I cut GFA out because I can't see him going to talk, and I'm terrible. I can see him talking and I'll still cut him up. So I will probably cut him up more.
This is facts.
Big facts.
Yeah.
But we'll start off by kind of explaining where we are in terms of Mavismith before we kind of get into the stories. Do you want to talk a little bit about the gaming channel, and I'll talk a little bit about the main channel and the streams?
Yeah, sure. So we decided that basically I was working on the visual effects for Meme Runner 2, as a lot of you know that follow us in our Discord. Plug that Discord. And we basically haven't filmed everything for Meme Runner 2 yet. There's a few things we need to film, and therefore I'm at a wall of visual effects. I've got a couple of shots left that I can do, but realistically we need to go and finish off the shoot before it can all come together. So Meme Runner 2 cannot possibly come out until after the quarantine is lifted, and that means we also can't film anything else. So Mavismith short movies and things obviously come to a halt, as you've seen on the channel, and this podcast will be the newest thing to go up during the time frame. So we decided to go into gaming again. We always played games. We love playing video games. It's something we've always done through our childhood, both together and separately, and it's just something we enjoy doing. So we thought, well, we've got a gaming channel, we can play games at home, we've got all the equipment to make YouTube videos, so let's do our gaming channel because we can do that. So that's what we've been doing, and we've been really enjoying it, and we've been releasing daily videos for the last 2 weeks, I believe, and we're going to continue to do it for the entirety of this lockdown process. So if the lockdown goes on for 6 months, well, you're going to see daily gaming videos from us for those 6 months, which is, incredible. They're good quality, we think, and they're coming out daily at the moment, and there's a rotation, so it's really nice, and we get to really mess about with different games. Matt, on the other hand, has been streaming.
So there was
he fucked off. He just left. He's by the kettle. Oh, is that George calling me?
Hold a minute. Why can't I?
He's buttering toast downstairs.
No, I just had to pass a pen out the door. But I can hear. First of all, I can hear my mum shout.
That's the worst excuse.
No, listen. I can hear my mum shout out saying something, and I didn't hear. So I text saying, "I'm recording the podcast. What did you want?" And then I got, "Where's my pen?" I went, "It's up here. Do you need it right this second?" A pen. George, how many pens have you got, do you reckon, in your house alone?
I can think of at least 10 off the top of my mind.
Okay, right. My dad works from home, so he needs a lot of pens. My mum paints and draws, so she obviously has a lot of pens. So tell me why it was so urgent that she had to come upstairs and get the one pen that I had taken from her office to draft up a letter.
Maybe it was like a special pen.
Oh, dude, it's a pen. Ink comes out of it. I don't know what else. Yeah, so I did hear all what you said. You were slowing down as I quickly just... And by me being gone, I was gone for like 5 seconds, man. Let me just preface that for a second. I'm going to be cutting to you there, so you won't see me, but I was gone for like 5 seconds. So do you want to talk about the gaming chat? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. As you've said, like, we have always done gaming videos. So, you know, if you like YouTube, Blue Horizon Gaming, you'll see a bunch of old videos and that kind of stuff. So it's always been something that we've wanted to do, but we kind of decided when we first started doing Mavismith, we kind of decided, do we focus on short films or do we focus on gaming? And obviously it's one of those things where it's very hard to do two to the point where we wanted to do them. Obviously we don't want to release some half-assed video where, you know, it's just like us playing through a story and we just, for example, the Gears of War playthrough that's going to be coming out soon is literally the boring carbon copy of the game of me playing it. But from a standpoint, if you haven't played Gears of War, you'll appreciate it because you'll better follow the story. And the Gears of War, no one's watching it for the gameplay. They want to know the story. So that's different to games like CSGO, Siege, Viva Pinata, that kind of stuff. And I think you did a really good job in your Kerbal Space Program with what you kept in and what you took out.
Oh yeah, like cut.
And I think that was a really good way of doing it. And I'm a bit cautious about what we talk about, what's coming out soon, as in like videos that we haven't done yet, but we know we're gonna do. But there's like when you're watching a game, there's two different ways you do it. You either do a gameplay where it's just full story, or you do highlights of the game. So highlights, obviously, we've done CSGO, Viva Pinata, Siege, Dark Souls, Rob's done, and PUBG, that kind of stuff. And it's just one thing that we obviously focus on doing short films and not gaming videos. And when the whole lockdown rises up, we've kind of agreed, well, I think we have, about going down, because we'll be releasing daily on the gaming channel, which
he was definitely away for more than 5 seconds, giving this pen away.
No, I'm getting there. Oh wait, did you already talk about all this?
No,
because I was gone for like 5 seconds. Like, stood up and I walked around my desk and I shoved the pen out the door and came back, and then he was going. So anyway, Mav's been streaming, so I didn't miss too much.
No, the audience are gonna love it. Keep going.
Okay. For fuck's sake. Yeah. So we will go back down to doing less videos and focusing more on the short films, but it's kind of rekindled a lot of love for me doing like gaming videos. I'm not gonna lie, like it has made me enjoy, because I've always said to Jeff and I have always spoken about doing gaming highlights, and I've always said I don't really want to, because I figured what it was, my laptop is so slow at editing that when I'm editing podcasts or I'm editing blogs or Beer Mavismiths or trailers, I'm only editing small clips, so it's not too big of a deal. But when I put in a game file, my laptop just like falls over.
Yeah.
With this new PC, I can edit so quickly. So it kind of is. I hate sitting there for 4 hours editing a video that is only like 8 minutes long. You know,
which is where I'm at, because I think I'm bottlenecked with my my CPU and my power supply. Something is bottlenecked to the point where when I the preview on Premiere Pro with big files, it just falls over itself. So it's like, it's a bit of a pain to edit a gaming video, but I just crack on with it, right? You sort of get through it. It sucks, but you sort of gotta do what you gotta do. Exactly,
and it's we will keep doing gaming videos, and it'll probably go down to, again, it'll all be depending on what we're doing with the main Mavismith. Say we've got nothing on, we can put out a video, or but we are going to switch gear back to doing short films as well. But yeah, there hasn't been that many changes. I mean, an update on the video we were talking about where you guys all submitted different ones. We've already started doing that, and obviously we're going to be very careful with what we talk about because we're going to be documenting the entire video, but we've already kind of briefly started on that front now as well, which is quite cool. Someone's idea was really good, and we've decided to take that and make something else inspired from your story idea, because what you said would be good, but we couldn't do it well. I'm going to just Discord GFA the thing quickly. People are going to be listening to my keyboard clicks to see how many times I click. Yeah, but so it's a really good idea, but we kind of changed it so that we could actually do it, because we would better do it beforehand because we don't have the capabilities. But yeah, that's gonna be really good. So we're still doing most of the stuff, but obviously the gaming front is the main part of it. And we've already gone up 12 subscribers in a week, which is up more than we've had in Mavismith in a year. But we hit 300 subscribers on Mavismith back in September.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
And now we're sitting pretty at 340. Releasing titles like John Wick, Lil G, Mana 2 teaser trailer.
Yeah, so
it's just tough. When you sit there and you play a game, and then you record it, then you record a game, you edit it, you put it up, spend 4 hours editing it for a 7-minute video, and you put it up, and that gets more views than something that you could spend hours doing for YouTube. But I get it. Obviously, we've always known this from the beginning, that YouTube is not really we're tackling YouTube kind of all wrong in terms of clickbait and jumping on the bandwagon on certain trends. We're kind of tackling, we're trying to keep our integrity in terms of not how would I word this? We're trying to keep our integrity by not going clickbaity, not putting in the title John Wick fake John Wick 4 trailer or some shit, or going around supermarkets coughing on people. It'd be very easy to make a viral video in that sense, but we're keeping our integrity. So you're going to see a slight change when we come back this year, because we kind of got to the point where dude, it's so weird not sitting opposite you. It's really throwing me off.
Yeah, because I could be just doing anything right now.
Yeah.
Huh? That sounded really strange, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, so just where do we go from this? So and then just to kind of finalize it, obviously, yeah, we have started back up on Twitch. There's not really much to say about that front. It's just kind of it is what it is. That's what I've got to talk to you about. Danny's hat is not here.
I need to
find it. Going to break his heart. Danny's hat is not here. I never wore it. I can't wear hats, so so I don't know. I didn't have everything at the boxes, but I dove through, and obviously you can feel if it's a hat or not. But there's no hats in that room. I'm looking at your Discord picture because it's making me feel a little bit more at ease.
I don't know where that hat is. I'm not, the one that I'm wearing now.
I was crying. I was crying. Listen to this.
The one that I'm wearing now is not the same hat. This is a new hat that I bought really recently. It's not branded at all. It's just a plain black hat. But the black one that we had from Mavismith, it was in your car way back when, because I didn't really wear it a lot. And it was probably the one hat that was worn the least, and I haven't seen it in a very long time. So I don't know where it is. I have absolutely no idea where that hat is.
Did you just just talk about how you don't know where Danny's hat is?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I blacked out for half that conversation, because I just thought of a really good idea for the podcast. I think you'll be able to see it when I edit this. I pause and I'm just staring at the floor. Dude, we always have the issue with our microphones where I'm either too loud or too quiet, and you're too loud or too quiet, but we can't record the mic separately.
Yeah.
Why have we never done this? I've got 2 PCs in my room. Why don't I just put one mic in one and one mic in the other?
These are the questions we ask ourselves.
See? Sorry, I really hope you were talking about those hacks, because I kind of like listened. I kind of came because I was like, hold on a fucking minute. I've just solved our issues.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm gonna be able to control our mics a lot better and make sure that I'm not too loud or quiet, and you're not too loud or quiet.
Yeah, I have no idea why we've never thought of that.
This is okay, that right there is a very prime look into what it's like at Mavismith. Is that we do something for 96 episodes. We do something 96 times, and then we figure out an easy way to do it.
Yeah, no, that's 100% accurate. We always do that. We
Well,
always do things the hard way for the longest time for the worst reason.
It's crazy, dude. I never thought about that. Yeah, so unfortunately, Danny, we don't have your hat yet. We don't have it. I don't know if you're watching this, but I'll tell you that you're mentioned in the podcast, and you'll be studying it with glasses and a notepad. But yeah, your hat is somewhere. It is somewhere. Like, we wouldn't have thrown it away.
I've sent you the intro to my Zelda episode, by the way. Just
Spoiler
in the Discord
alert.
chat. Yeah.
Do I?
I just marked it as a spoiler, so download it, and then I think you can just watch it.
Am I gonna have to cut this out though? Oh
No.
Jesus Christ! Oh God! You fuck, dude. How long was you planning that, or did you just do that then?
Last night I planned it, and I recorded a vlog of me saying, so Matt has just done this on stream, and I'm going to get him back in the So my original plan was to render out like a 24-minute video and put it onto our YouTube channel, and then say, oh, can you review this before it goes live? And it was going to just be the song. Was my plan.
I'll turn back to you. Yeah, all good, mate.
But I wanted to get your reaction to when it happened, and then it just came to me literally just now. So I just did it really quickly now. Whilst we've been talking, I just put that together really quickly.
So for a little bit of background,
we'll put it in the video.
Yeah. For a little bit of background, GFA and I are obsessed with this song by Jeremy Renner, the guy from the Avengers movies, and he's a singer, and he has a song that literally starts off and it goes bong, like really epic, but it's such a bad song. But last night I was setting up my soundboard for stream, and I've got a stream deck, so it's really fucking good. I can press all these buttons. I can do it right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because it would deafen you guys. But I can press any button, and I have stuff like Geralt saying like fuck when he's like in the Witcher stuff. I've got a couple of like stream stuff, but I downloaded the Jeremy one, and as soon as I saw GFA in the chat, I went, oh, GFA there? And he went, yeah. I went, George, you there? And he went, yeah. And I was like, tell me you're there. And he was like, I'm here. And I just fucking played it, and oh God, it was so funny, dude. And then GFA was like, I'm gonna get you back. I was like, yeah, good luck. I thought you were gonna just send me a. But they met we were planning something the other day on Discord. I don't know if it's in our chat still. But I know it would have been on the WhatsApp, wouldn't it? But GFA kept sending me stuff to like watch to see what my opinion was, or something like that. And all it was me just booting up Jeremy Renner, freaking bomb.
Yeah. It became like our prank meme to each other, where if it went on for ages, where we would say, oh, have you seen this or that? But something we knew the other person would be like super hyped about. And then it would just be a link to that song, but you wouldn't know until you opened it. Or we would hide it in something like what just happened. And we haven't done it for a long time. And then last night, Matt pulled it on me, and I was like, I'm going to get this motherfucker. So, yeah, I schemed last night as to how I was going to do it. I was going to make it a bit more elaborate, but I wanted to get like a live reaction. And I thought, oh, if I tell him to record his reaction to watching my Zelda video, he's going to know something's up. So I thought this is the best way to sort of pull a sneaky, because you would have no idea that you was like, oh, should I cut it out? Should it be in the video? Then you just got the boom. Oh.
Yeah. Damn, but I remember a good one was I was waiting for GFA to send me something on WhatsApp. I was waiting for him to send me a picture on WhatsApp of something or other. And that sounds really sus, doesn't it? I was waiting for Jive to send some like an image. That doesn't sound any better, does it? I was waiting for Jive to send something on.
I think it was a link to something. You were like, "Oh, could you link me to?"
First of all, it was a picture. I think we were talking about. I don't know what it was.
Picture.
Anyway,
yeah.
So I freaking got. I was waiting for it, and then I got GFA attachment 1 image, and I opened it up. And it was a picture of Jeremy Renner like smiling or something ridiculous. And I was like, for God's sake, dude, just send it. And then he sent it. And then it might be something to do with drown. But anyway, so I said, oh, have you got a link to it? And then the link was like a shortened YouTube link. And I opened it up and I had headphones in. It was like, boom, dun. I was like, for crying out bloody loud. Oh God, it was the most. But then for the next like few months up until where we are today, we're constantly just like Jeremy Renner GIFs. Jeremy Renner pictures.
He's become like our personal joke meme. The Jeremy Renner, and specifically the main attraction song, which is just because it's so epic. But the bit where it pans to like his performance on stage, it's like a back garden with his kids.
They're all doing
like,
social distancing.
Yeah, there's like 20 people there, and it's like it's just the cringiest video in the world, and it's like, oh bless him, like I don't know why he's doing music all of a sudden, but it was just
we're banning all gatherings of over 30 people. Yes, I can still perform.
Jeremy Renner's still sold out. Honestly, it's just the funniest thing. So like to us, it's hilarious. It probably won't be as funny to everyone else.
It's just I guess it's just one of those like private jokes that is just too funny not to talk about.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the coronavirus. How's it affected you? Or has it, if it has?
Yeah, so, I mean, work-wise is okay. I can do the majority of my 9 to 5 from home with no problems. So it's not too bad for me. Obviously, there's issues where you can't do everything that you would normally be able to do. And obviously, there's technical problems that go wrong all the time because it's just the nature of IT. But yeah, I mean, work-wise, it's been okay. And I haven't known anyone that's close to me that has passed away from it. So I'm lucky there also. My sister-in-law is... My sister-in-law? Or my brother's wife, I don't know.
Dude, they've been so cute. Your brother is so fucking cute. Your brother put up a really, really nice post. And it was something like, hey, Mr. Corona, I've been arguing with my wife, or something like that for however many years. Good luck, or something like that, or like stop now. Yeah, your brother's a little cutie pie, isn't he?
So my brother's wife's a nurse for the NHS, so she's sort of on the front line battling this and sort of seeing it happen. And then obviously you've got someone that I do know, a family friend. The family friend that we knew is one of my mum's friends when she was young. She passed away of cancer a couple of years ago, but her daughter, who sort of survived her, died of coronavirus. She was only 32 or something, or 20, like not old at all, and they had no idea she had any underlying health problems, and she died from it. So it's really scary. As of the recording of this podcast, we've just had the announcement from the government saying that 934 people died today.
138. I'm just looking at it now. Yeah.
So I mean, it's awful. I mean, if this will obviously release when this is all still going on. If you are watching this, then we don't have to say it twice. You know,
this is going to go up. Just know what's going on. This is going to go up Friday night.
Okay, so yeah.
So we'll be a lot worse. We're supposed to be a lot worse in 2 days than we are today. For the next week, right?
Yeah, we haven't hit peak yet apparently. So it's just like, I don't think anyone needs to hear the words, stay safe and be careful. But I mean, if there's anyone watching this that hasn't realised the severity of what's going on, or is still going out and going like, oh, I'll be fine. It's the most ridiculous thing you can be thinking, and it's not just you have to think about. If you live with any family members, even if you live alone, I mean, it killed people it killed a kid, it killed a 21-year-old, killed a 19-year-old, and they had no underlying health problems whatsoever. They were healthy. So, it doesn't discriminate. It can just kill anyone. We don't know why. It affects some people more than others. Some people have had it and said, oh, it's just like a bad cold, or like just like like the normal flu. It's nothing to worry about. And then some people get it, and within a week they're dead. So,
hello.
You alive?
God, this working from home stuff's really annoying. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So it's just take it seriously. Be careful. Keep everyone around you safe, and yeah, just do your best to work towards a common goal, which is beating the virus for the entire population, no matter what country you live in. So I think we're all in it together, and for the first time in a long time, I think the world feels quite united over this common enemy, which is this virus. Yeah. So I feel like people are working together to try and get it sorted.
Yeah, that's one of the good things, is that everyone's dealing with it. Albeit different stages. I mean, we dropped the ball because we obviously should have seen what's happening to the right of us, and America as Jaffa, I'm going to quote Jaffa here, dropped the ball and then kicked it as far as possible. Yeah.
Well, Trump was saying it was a hoax, wasn't he?
A week before, however many people died, he was like, yes, a hoax. But yeah, he ain't great. But it is scary. They've said that the number of deaths are never going to be accurate. It's always going to be more, because if you die, you don't get tested, because they haven't got enough kits. So for example, they found a few elderly in a care home who were dead, and they tested them all because there was a large group of them, and they all had coronavirus. But the other one, say one person was still, they wouldn't test them. They would say, pneumonia, and that's how they can keep the numbers low. So I'm surprised at how high it's jumped up. We were at 600 2 days ago, and then we had 800 yesterday, and then 900 today. They also make the numbers look smaller because they break down, for the first time ever, they break down the UK. So they say, England, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, they break them all down.
That's not total, right?
What's that?
You said that it was 600 a few days ago. That was just how many people died on that day.
Yeah. I'm talking about like daily rises.
Yeah.
But it is, it is crazy. I'm not going to start spitting conspiracy theories, but I generally, I'm not going to deep dive, but I generally don't know about this whole Boris Johnson situation, if I'm honest. I don't know. I started off thinking, he's fucking, I thought he was not faking it, but he was making it, he was making it look worse than it was, so that we were all scared to go out. And then it was when we were told that it's going to be a really hot weekend and a hot week this week, and then hot weekend coming up soon, he just went into intensive care, and I was like, that seems to be like great timing to try and scare more people into staying home, that they can keep the numbers down. But it looks like he's done a good job. But then I saw the video of him when he was talking just before he went to the hospital, and he looked rough as tits, dude.
Oh, really? I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, he looked rough as tits.
I mean, like, if that was the case, if it was fake and he was just doing that to scare people into staying home, then good on him, because to be honest with you, it was needed. If that was the case, I don't know if it was or wasn't. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really know unless he does sadly pass away. But it's one of those things where not enough people were taking it seriously, and you had a lot of brainless people that were just going about living their lives and saying like, yeah, fuck the police, fuck the government, fuck what they say, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to the beach, and yeah, they can't tell what to do, they don't, and all this stuff.
That was so stressful seeing that on that first day of lockdown, or, well, when they closed the pubs and the bars, and then on Sunday they were like at the beach in Brighton and Southend and at parks drinking. It's like, how can you be so like idiotic? Like, so I'll quickly run through what's going on with like my job. So I'm still working. I'm still in London, getting the train to work. I don't take the tube anymore, but I wouldn't be taking it 100% now because of A, obviously not the best place if you're trying to avoid it, but B, you're also taking room away from people that, you know, although it's laughable, I'm considered a key worker because the market is classed as a supermarket, although it's not like a Sainsbury's. So we have to stay open. So if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. And I can't do my work from home, so I'm legally have to go to work if that's the case. I can turn around and say I'm not going to work, but then I don't get paid. And there's a lot of that stuff that I'm not going to dive into. Like the whole 80% thing is very hazy. I can't really be able to get into too much. But I said to myself, because my mum's not high risk, but she's got a few issues, so it would be very difficult for her body if she was to contract it. So I said, you know, I'm going to go in and see what it's like on the way there. So I wear a mask to work, take my mask off, shout out Future, and then I was waiting for you to laugh. You didn't get the joke now.
Yeah, the song, right?
Did you see that he did a charity? He did a charity called Mask On, and it's great marketing. So, you know, and I said, you know, I'll see how it goes. If it's really busy, then I'll just stop going. But 2 months ago, the market allowed a company to come in and do delivery services, and then obviously this all went down, and this could not have been a better time for them, because now you know we've had 180 odd orders in the last month, and to the end of April. So we're still doing the same amount of money we would be normally, because we've got that delivery service. So we serve probably 7 to 8 customers in person a day, you know, if that. So I'm just sitting there editing. You know, we play board games. If my manager's watching, we don't play board games. Ignore the score sheets, which I'm destroying at, by the way. I'm like, we're playing frustration, George. Yeah. And I went on a 16 win streak at a 50-50 dice rolling competition.
How did no one smash it up? If they've lost 16 times in a row.
It's just Emma and I, and we're just and like next door can hear us go. You know the noise. And they came over this morning. And they just put their head around like 10:30. And they were like, already? We're like, yeah. So we're not doing anything differently, and it's not actually as busy as I thought it was going to be. So it's actually really interesting because London has locked down like completely. Like there's I flew the drone the other day. There was no one around me. There was a tugboat in the river, but there was no one around me. There's no runners, no joggers. You see the odd person walk past, but London itself has fully locked down. On the train, obviously you've seen the train when we came back from Movember in the Bethesda offices. You saw how busy that train was. There was like the other day there was 3 people on it, and yesterday I have a picture of an empty train. So London itself has locked down. It's just all the countrysides that are like rushing to supermarkets and rushing to shops. So I was saying to Lydia that I probably serve or interact with less people than when my dad goes to the supermarket. The people he hangs around with in the supermarket is probably more than what I deal with in about a week's of 3 or 4 days of work. So to me personally, it hasn't been that much of a change. Obviously, when I go on a train, I don't start putting my hands all over the train. I kind of keep my hands on my phone. So to me, it hasn't changed that much. It sucks not seeing people, obviously, but And it is also, it's kind of starting to take a toll a bit walking around London when it's as quiet as it is. At first,
28 days later.
Yeah, at first it was cool because, you know, you're not shoved around trying to walk down the sidewalk. You know, you're not getting like shoved against a wall. Someone's not in a rush to get to somewhere they're trying to rush to. So it was quite nice. And now it's really eerie and it's starting to like take like an effect on me. I was like, dude, I kind of miss, I don't know if I'd say this, but I kind of miss people, you know? I miss being shoved around by someone in a suit trying to, you know, go to the pub or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. So you go.
I just can't believe like the trains are even still running. I would have thought they would have just been like.
Well, they have to, don't they? For
key workers.
Even if they deemed all of supermarkets closed, NHS workers still have to get to and from home, don't they? Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they haven't reduced it. Mine's, you know, the TIFF is still going every 10 minutes, and there's no one on the trains.
Do you reckon all the tube drivers are like just having little races now because they've got no passengers? They're all just like taking all the carriages off.
The tubes
and
are
just
really busy
racing.
by the looks of it. Tubes are really busy by the looks of it. Yeah. But I refuse to go on any tube.
Yeah, damn right. I mean, it's just, how are you getting there? How are you getting to where you work then if you're not getting on the tube? So my parents dropped me to station, Howardwood. Yeah. And then I get the TfL to Liverpool Street. Yeah. And then I walk from there to Borough Market. But you're actually walking?
Yeah, it adds on an extra like 25 minutes. But I don't get the tube, which is sweaty as hell in the summer, and in the winter so fucking sweaty still. And the issue is obviously because you're working outside, you dress up in the winter warm. So then you sit on a tube and you just sweat because you're in like thermals and coats and jumpers and stuff. And like right now, I'm like, you know, albeit the virus, but you know, second of all, like NHS workers obviously have to go on the train as well. And obviously, although I am considered a key worker, I wouldn't deem myself key enough to go on a tube. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's so funny, the amount of people that come to the store and they're like, I'm so glad you guys are open. They're like, we need alcohol to get through this.
Yeah, bloody hell.
But yeah, I don't know. There's not really much else that I want to kind of talk about on that. Just it's obviously it's impacted Mavismith, you know, barely. All it's done is stop us doing short films, but it's allowed us to focus a little bit more on gaming. So it's like a new challenge.
We always find a way to follow the craft, right? Like no matter what, there's always a path. So that's the one thing we are good at, even though we do struggle with things. Yeah, we do adapt well to a situation. So at least we're getting content out, which is what's important.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about, have you been watching this good news thing? No. This John Krasinski good news?
No, I haven't actually.
So he's
I know of it because I saw the one that he did with
Michael Scott.
I was gonna put
Steve Carell.
I saw that one, and then it made me want to go back and watch for more of The Office because they started talking about like their favourite moments. So then I went and watched The Office. So
the bit where did you watch it?
Which one?
No. Did you watch the bit with Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you see the bit in the Office where he gets a flat screen TV?
No.
Oh, it's he gets a flat screen TV. It's on the wall, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna." Yeah, it's in the video because they both say it's their favorite moment, and John Krasinski's like, "I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life."
Yeah, I tried to find the episode. Did they actually show it in the video?
He's not laughing. But you can see that he's trying not to laugh. But that whole episode goes down as one of the most awkwardest TV. No, TV I mean, episodes.
Do they show it Do they show it on the YouTube channel, or do you have to? Because I was trying to find the episode they were talking about, and I couldn't find it.
It is in the episode. It is in The Office. The episode is in The Office. Is that what you're asking?
Wait, what? No, I mean in the YouTube video when they're talking about it, do they show the clip, or do they say?
They do,
okay, yeah. Because I was trying to find the episode because I didn't see the bit of the clip. I just saw the bit of them talking about the clip. So I was like, what episode is this?
Dinner Party.
They talk about Dinner Party. Yeah, I just couldn't find it. I've got to go back and find it because I've been watching it. I've got to the bit now where spoilers for the American Office.
You actually watching it now?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh mate, you need to properly watch it. It's so good.
I've watched I have watched a lot of it. I'm sort of falling asleep to it. So I watched like 2 episodes and then I drift off. But do you know what, Beth recently got Disney Plus whilst this has all been going on. Yeah. So she's working her way through all of the Marvel films, and she got like a family account so she can share it with her sister, and she obviously gave me a login. And I've been watching The Mandalorian. It is so good. I mean, obviously you're not a huge Star Wars fan, but I freaking I mean, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I do like it.
I can appreciate the old movies, but the new stuff just to me is very unique. So it's not.
If you get a chance,
in my opinion's not.
Yeah, no, I agree. If you get a chance, watch The Mandalorian. It's like the old movies, but on steroids. There's no lightsabers, which is actually completely fine because it's not to do with the Jedi at all. It's just about a bounty hunter. But it is so good. It's shot amazing. The visual effects and the set design, and they went back to like a lot of practical effects, and a lot of the like creatures and stuff are like practical models, not CG. So it feels like the old movies. Oh, it's so good. And obviously Baby Yoda is the cutest damn thing in the world. When you actually see it in the episodes, it's actually
get a Baby Yoda series.
I'm on. So this is what's annoyed me, right? And I'm gonna say this now. Disney Plus have been really scummy, and what they've done is, so when they released Disney Plus, obviously it came to the UK months and months after, like 5 months after it came out in the US. The US version, when they released The Mandalorian episodic weekly, so that if you subscribe to Disney Plus, you don't unsubscribe within the first month. So you don't start your month trial and then cancel once you've binge watched all your series you want to watch. Right, so they're releasing The Mandalorian weekly again, even though it's been out for like 6 months. They're now, the UK version of Disney Plus is releasing weekly episodes of The Mandalorian so that you have to subscribe for over a month and pay.
Right, okay. Can you just wait until they're all out? Oh, no, I get it as well. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you absolutely could. So it's only for people that are really desperate because they know that they're the... Yeah, they know they're the kind of people that will stick to it. But also because of the quarantine, it's more likely going to happen now with people's kids and stuff. So I don't know. They've done it for business reasons. I understand it, but it kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm watching for it. Beth's watching for all the Marvel films. She's on Civil War. She's just finishing Civil War, so she only got about 6 left. So
has she watched them before?
No, she's never seen any of them. She's seen a few of them.
Damn, I know, dude. To be in that position.
I know, dude, honestly, I've said that to her so many times, and she's loving it. And I said, when you get to Infinity War, tell me, and we'll watch it on the House Party app at the same time, so I can like sort of feel like I'm watching it with you, because like I want to see I've watched Endgame like 7 times since she gave me Disney Plus, but I want to watch it at the same time as her because that film was so freaking good. It's just as good as the first time I saw it.
No, and obviously no spoilers, but the bit. Obviously, the bit in the cinema, where everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
I don't. That has to. Although the film was good, I don't think it was the best Avengers movie, but that one scene made it the best Avengers movie. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
that was one of the best scenes, in the entirety of the cinematic Avengers cinematic universe.
Yeah, by far. And do you know what? I've never had a film make me feel like that, and I've never had that experience in a sit. Every time I watch Endgame, there's a couple of scenes where I'm sitting there, I'm going, that's that specific scene that you're talking about. It makes me, it's just going to sound so sad, but it makes me tear up because I'm like, I'm never going to experience how amazing that was in the cinema ever again, because that midnight showing, no one's seen it before. It's it's just been released, but obviously definition of midnight showing, and everyone in the cinema is like a super fan. And then that moment happened, and the whole cinema erupted and was cheering. And as corny as it sounds, it was the best cinema experience I think I've ever had. And it was just like, I was so in awe. Watching it back now, it brings me back to that moment, and I'm like, I get all the cold tingles every single time, and I'm like, God damn, they nailed it. They freaking nailed it. And then it
even the first bit of the movie, I just I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to. But that first bit of the movie, when I told you, I was like, well, that was easy. yeah. To be in best position right now.
I know.
That's a lucky old position to not have seen. I always feel like that though. Like, do you ever think that when you sit down to watch a video or a series, you're like, I wish I could watch this from the start, like Breaking Bad, to be able to watch that from the beginning. Like, we're watching Better Call Saul, by the way. We were.
It's really good, but you have to get into it. Like, it takes like a series. But I think I haven't actually watched all of it. That's another series I need to catch up on. But I watched all of it up to series 4. I think series 5 just came out recently, or maybe season 4 just came out. One of them just came out recently, and I've watched all of the rest up to that point. I just haven't watched the newest season, but I really want to, because I was really enjoying it, and it was getting really interesting. But it does take a season and a half to get going.
Yeah, it's let's freaking talk about some stuff that we're watching. I've spoken about it so many times. You know what I'm gonna fucking say. I just finished it. I didn't know it was end. I didn't know it was the end of the series. It's completely done.
It's been out for ages, isn't it though?
No. The last season 4, came out November last year.
It's got 7 seasons, isn't it?
No. Mr. Robot.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it's got 4 seasons.
Oh, I thought it had 7 seasons, and I thought I got so much to catch up on. But maybe I will watch it. No,
it's 4 seasons. There's an episode in the final. So I said to you, the final season, all the episodes are rated higher than Breaking Bad. No. In season 4, I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes are rated higher than Breaking Bad's last 4, and it's episodes rated higher than what's it called? Ozymandias?
What?
What's the really good episode of Breaking Bad? Ozymandias. Osmidas? What?
Can I wait?
Ozymandias? I don't
Stop talking. I'm trying to find it. I just saying it, but what? What series was it on? What season?
Episode of Breaking Bad. Well, not the last one. Dude, Ozymandias. I'm just correct. Episode 14, season 5.
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. That's why, the good episode where freaking shouts out the main character dying, not Walt. Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why it doesn't matter what the episode's called, but
what happens in that episode?
You know what happens. It's that the best episode of Breaking Bad.
Just so you remember when to cut, so it's easier for you. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm probably going to have the first minute of this like normal and then cut. Because obviously I can just follow the audio, can't I? So anyway, there's an episode in Mr. Robot that I got into bed. I just finished editing a video, and I got into bed at about quarter to 3. And I got into bed. I thought, you know what, I'm not that tired. I'm gonna fall asleep to a episode of Mr. Robot. I was like, I think I've only got like 10 minutes left of an episode. So I booted it up, and I was like, damn, I got an entire episode. I was like, damn it, whatever, and I watched it. Now, I think it is the best hour of drama I have ever watched in my life. It shows why you should plan what you're doing, what the ending of the who's the guy that did because I watched a really good interview with the guy who did Fawlty Towers, John Cleese. So he is it John Cleese or John Cleese? John Cleese. Cleese. John Cleese did an interview, and he basically said that when he wrote an episode of Fawlty Towers, he would write the ending first, and then he would backtrack to the beginning. Purely because, let me mute this Discord because it's going off. Because he would find out that he could link things to the ending in the beginning. So, for example, someone gets stabbed by a knife. He could then make sure that knife is present in the beginning of the episode. So it's a really interesting way of doing it. He said if he struggled, he would write the ending, the beginning, in the middle, and then fill in the blanks. But he liked working backwards because then he could really make sure that everything is paying off in the latter part of the episode. But honestly, it's the interesting thing about Mr. Robot is that the director, I can't remember his bloody name, always does things at like incredibly ballsy moves that you wouldn't normally do, and there just are some really good decisions that he makes that just makes you like, they'll just make you go, what the hell, like that, honestly, I can't say it enough. And the first couple of seasons, they're okay, but the issue is that it also will be really good for people like you and me. Like we love seeing good cinematic content. And although in this the story is really good and there's some really good turns and story changes, it's so freaking good seeing good, like actual good, like cinematography, good writing, from a complete standpoint from a content creator, it couldn't be more good in learning. So
yeah,
it's and it's unique and original. It hasn't been done before. It's got there's no cliches in it. It's hard to kind of follow what's going on in terms of you can't guess it. If that makes sense. So
yeah,
I don't know. I can't speak highly of that. Yeah, that's why it's not I can't speak more highly of it at all.
I will watch it. I've been putting it off because it has more than one season, and I've got like a list of all these shows I want to watch. I'm trying to get all the ones that like are early in their life, like only have one season done first, because I don't want to get invested in something that has 4 seasons that's going to take me like a month to watch and then fall behind on other stuff. So I am going to watch Mr. Robot, but I also kind of feel like I want to watch that with Beth because I think she'd enjoy it. So I'm kind of waiting for when the lockdown's lifted to watch that through with her. Yeah,
I mean, give it a try. I mean, if first comes to her, she can just not watch it. But it's it is really it's really good. I watched the first season way back when it first came out and really liked it, but then I don't know why I didn't carry on watching it. But anyway, so I'd recommend that. I'd also recommend Ozark as well. The new season's come out on 27th of March and I'm on the 2nd episode.
Yeah, you told me to watch that a while ago and I started to watch it and I watched it and the first episode was so hard to follow for me at the beginning because I guess I wasn't in the right mindset.
Yeah, even season 2, you can't have, and the same with Mr. Robot, you can't. Like things like The Office, the good thing about The Office that you used to be, I could edit and watch it because it's not something that you need to completely watch. But Ozark and Mr. Robot, both, every single word in every single conversation will pay off at some point.
If it's a series that I actually care about and that I want to get invested in, I always make sure that there's nothing else going on but that. Like The Mandalorian, I will stop everything I'm doing and sit and just watch an episode of it if I want to, because they're only half an hour. They're short episodes, so they're only so I'll literally sit down and go, right, I'm going to just dedicate 30 minutes to watch this episode and do nothing else because I like to get invested in the story. So that's I feel like that's with most series, as you said with Mr. Robot, but I think just with Ozark, when I first watched it, so much happened in the first episode, I was really struggling to follow it. And it was late at night and I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
And I watched it all, got to the end of it and I was like, I couldn't be further removed from this series right now. I didn't feel like I got into it and I wasn't gripped by it. So I need to go back and restart it because it is something I do want to watch. I do like the actor in it. I can't remember his name now.
Remy Malik. Wait,
No. Ozark.
Jason Bateman. Sorry, Jason Bateman.
That's it, Jason Bateman. Yeah.
He's honestly he's incredible.
Well, it's like Iron Man 1 and I think 2 and 3 was. I think it was directed and written by Jon Favreau, right?
Yeah.
The guy in Chef. Have you ever seen Chef?
Yeah, he plays Buddy, didn't he? That's Is it Buddy? Yes, Buddy. Is it?
I know who you mean. Iron Man's like, right? Is it Buddy? I swear it's not Buddy. I swear it's not Buddy. I know the name. I swear it's not Buddy.
Buddy? Dude, I'm so bad with name. What is it?
It's definitely not Buddy. It's Happy.
Happy. Oh, the same shit, dude. Potato. Happy
Buddy's
and Buddy.
Will Ferrell's name in Elf. But yeah, I didn't know that. He's so talented, and he's done so many good things. Like, he produced and starred in Chef and all the Iron Man films, the first Avengers film, Cowboys and Aliens. But Green Street, I didn't know he even did, and I didn't know he was part. But he also did The Mandalorian. He created The Mandalorian and wrote it, all of it. Yeah. Which I thought was just incredible, and I've just spoiled it by clicking on. I'm on his IMDb page, and apparently he's got some actor credits and some things I didn't know about. But he's directed so many. He is just so good. Jon Favreau, everything he seems to touch seems to just be incredible. And when I saw it come up that he created and directed and wrote the entirety of The Mandalorian, I was like, yeah, no wonder it's good if he's involved. So he's another one of those guys.
Yeah, he puts himself in his own thingies, doesn't he? He puts himself into his own videos, like movies.
Yeah.
Which I love, because that's what Sam Esmail, the guy from Mr. Robot. He constantly puts him in Sam Esmail constantly puts him into the short film, the short film, the episodes. And I think that's great, because that's like what we've always said that we want to do. Like, if we ever get to a point where we're not acting in our stuff, we'll want to put ourselves in the background.
Cameos, like little funny things, yeah.
All right, anything you're watching at all before we wrap up?
Nothing that we haven't spoke about, I suppose. I can't think of anything else that I've been watching. Just a lot of Disney stuff. I've watched all the Pirates of the Caribbean about 6 times. So it's about it, really.
You and the bloody freaking Disney Pirates of the Caribbean.
Dude, yeah, I just love this movie.
I used to drive around GFA's house to, like, when I used to have all my stuff there, I'd drive over after work or something, and GFA would be like editing or VFXing them. We'd have Pirates of the Caribbean on in the second one. I was like, how many? I stopped after, like, the one with the guy with the tentacle face.
Davy Jones.
Yeah, that's the one. I think I stopped after that one. And I was like, how many? Either A, you're watching all of them again for, like, the 80th time, or you've, I don't know.
I just enjoy those films. I just like that. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Black Flag in my spare time, which is highly regarded the best Assassin's Creed, and I can see exactly why. And obviously, like, I'm buzzing that we might play some more Sea of Thieves, because we did do a Sea of Thieves video on the gaming channel a long time ago.
Sea of Thieves has got about 150 views.
It's such an incredible game, so we definitely got to do some more videos in that. But I just love those kind of, like, sailing around, plundering, being pirates. It's just a really fun,
really, like, immersive game, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
what about you? What you've been watching?
Oh, well, yeah, Mr. Robot and Ozark.
I tell you what, he's coming out soon. That Extraction. Have you seen this? The new
the Chris Hemsworth. I haven't watched the trailer.
Chris Hemsworth. You haven't.
No.
I don't think you need to. It's just him going around killing loads of people, and he's a soldier saving a kid from something. That's what basically I've just explained to the trailer.
Why do they go from doing movies like Thor to something that they could get any actor in? They must be paying him big money.
It's produced and directed by the Russo brothers, so it's the same guys that did the Avengers films. So I guess they just wanted to cast him because they liked working with him as Thor. So it should be good. If they directed it, you would hope it's going to be quite a good film. It comes out April 24th, so I'm definitely going to be queuing it up on Netflix. Yeah, on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix, right, okay. Oh, I got you, sorry. Queuing up on Netflix. How crazy that the Oscars next year is going to be between, like, Birds of Prey and Cats.
Yeah, I mean,
we're in a real big entertainment hole.
All the more reason to be watching some more Mavismith. Have you watched Tiger King, by the way? We need to touch on this. You haven't watched it?
No.
Dude, you need to watch it.
People have been talking about it, but I haven't.
There's a reason that people are talking about it. Like, it is just such a bizarre. It's obviously a documentary, and it's
I know. I know of it. I just haven't actually sat down and watched it.
It's so good because it's just so good. It's just you can't even imagine how wild it is. But it's just watch it. The amount of memes, you'll love it. I know you'll love it. It's so freaking funny. It's just some redneck that absolutely hates this Carol fucking Baskin. You've got to watch it, dude. Honestly,
I have seen that song.
Oh, dude, you need to. It escalates. It just escalates so quickly, and you just can't believe that what happens in that series is happening. But you watch it happening live. It is mental. You just got to watch it. It's so good.
All right. Well, anything else you wanna touch on?
No.
Say to the thousands of.
If you're watching this channel and you're not subbed to our gaming channel, then just go to our about page or check in the description. There'll be a link to it. It's just us playing games. So if you like us talking on this podcast, if you're listening on your Spotify's, whatever. It's just much of the same, but us playing games as we talk. So just go and watch it.
Yeah, it's good. We've got GFN and I making videos. We've got Rue dropping the. He's kind of slowly getting into the gaming vibe. So he's going to be dropping a couple of videos and then more as the weeks go on. But we're doing good. We've just released GFA's Road to Global. I've just seen Robbie comment on it.
Has that just been released?
Yeah. So
it was scheduled for 8 o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to put out this podcast and have that on in the background, I think. Right. Yeah, I hate CSGO. I've never watched CSGO, but I find that when I watch people I like play it, it's a bit different than just watching some random person play it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I watched like a third of your new video. I've seen all of the what's it called? The box openings.
Oh, so frustrating.
But yeah.
Have you seen my eyes on the thumbnail? I'm starting to do it on all of my thumbnails. I'm starting to make my face look weird, and I've made my eyes like really big. Because there's a study. There was a study that was done that says people are like, I can't remember what the percentage was like. It's like 15% more likely to take notice of a face that looks obscure. So if you make your face look weird, people's eyes are drawn to it because they subconsciously recognizes these like abnormalities. So I've just started to really mess my face around in Photoshop before I put the thumbnail out.
I saw a TikTok of a girl that she at her work. She was at the website developer, and she was every day she was slowly moving her boss's eyes more and more apart.
Yes.
I think it was TikTok or it was Twitter or Instagram. I can't remember where it was, but it was so funny, dude. But yeah, all right, okay, I see you. Is it going to get weirder and weirder?
Yeah. It's going to get so wild.
All right, well, nothing else to talk about?
I
think we'll wrap up there. As you ever said, catch our gaming videos.
Mm-hmm.
Stay the fuck home.
Yeah,
I feel like a hypocrite, but I'm not just going out to. I'm not going out to the park, or I'm not even going out for exercise. My exercise is walking to work and back. So, like, I'm not even going out now, for example, or I'm kind of, supplying alcoholics. But just, dude, don't go to the fucking park. I hate that shit about sunbathing. I should be able to sunbathe. I'm more than 2 meters apart from someone. It's like, but you're going out and you're touching things, self-consciously at railings, or you're just being out,
Yeah, unless you're sunbathing in your front garden, stay the fuck in your back garden or in your house, because it's like.
And if you don't have a garden, fuck it. That's unfortunately, you just got to not sunbathe for a month, dude. That's what annoys me. Yeah. It's been 3 weeks, right? We're looking at, I think, another 3 weeks. Lucky, if we're lucky, 3 weeks, I think, is going to be the good one. However, dude, all you got to do is freaking stay for 3 weeks, you know? And people just can't do it. And that's what annoys me so much. And dude, if you can't stay in and sunbathe, don't clap for the NHS. I'm not doing it because I would much rather, when things are better, you know, donate to the NHS. But if you, voted out of the EU, don't clap for the NHS. And second of all, keep the same energy when this all ends and the NHS is getting picked apart. Keep the same energy and try and keep the NHS in, because the amount of people that are like shitting on the NHS and then clapping because it's like what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. And I think what annoys me is the people that say like, "Oh, I'm living in a prison," or "I'm living it. I can't stand living." It's like, but at least you're freaking living. And that's the whole point. Like there was a woman, a poor old lady. I can't remember what country it's from, so I'm gonna butcher the story a little bit. But it's still a factual story. I believe she was from either Sweden, Switzerland, or Germany. One of the three. Might have even been Denmark. One of the four. And but it was this poor old lady. She was in her late 80s. She was in hospital and she knew she was dying. She had the coronavirus, and they said, "Look, we're going to have to put this ventilator on you." And she basically said, "Look, I've had a really good long life. I've got no family that are depending on me." She outlived her husband and all that. She was like, give it to someone that's younger that needs it to survive, and gave up her ventilator, and she died. And it's like there's people like that in the world that are doing these amazing and really sort of selfless things. And then you get people like Sandra from Southend who's like, "I want to go sunbathing. Fuck off." It's like, God, what the world. It
is, it is terrible. Like, if you're gonna go out and whatever, if you're gonna be a dick, be careful. But if you're gonna be a dick, don't clap for the NHS. If you go out sunbathing or to the park to sit down, don't clap for the NHS. All you're doing is just so stupid.
These are the same kind of people these are the people that the whole "don't drink bleach" warning was printed onto the bleach bottles for. These kind of people that can't understand what's going on.
Those people in like there's these people in, it was like Iran or Iraq, if I remember rightly, and they were drinking bottles of hand sanitizer, hoping that it would get rid of the coronavirus. Now that shit is fucking, people died. It's at the end of the day, don't fucking drink hand sanitizer. Don't, like, you should know in your life that you don't eat certain things. I mean, like certain animals are one thing. But second of all, that's a culture thing, whatever, call it whatever you want. But I feel like it's a universal thing that you don't eat hand sanitizer.
I feel like it's something you learn as a baby, right? Like, fire's hot, don't stick a fork in the toaster. I think you come out
at the womb
don't drink
knowing not to eat hand sanitizer.
Part of me feels like kind of sorry for them though, because if they did that, they must have been super desperate, and it makes me feel sad that they went through that and basically ended up killing themselves out of just being so scared of getting it. So it's kind of sad in a way. But
anxiety, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's affecting every person in the world pretty much, unless you're living on a freaking rock on your own. So it's pretty scary stuff. So yeah, that's probably the best way to wrap this up, is just to say, look, be smart, be safe, look after the people around you, look after yourself, and just listen to what the government and what your people around you are saying, and just be sensible and understand that it's very serious, and it's not a conspiracy, it's not fake. All the flat earthers that probably believe that this is some kind of government experiment, wake up and just stay at home. Government experiment or not, stay the fuck at home, and just stop it from getting worse, so that the NHS and whatever health service that you live under, whatever country you're from, can handle the amount of people going in at one time, because that's all it is, right? This is not going to, the lockdown's not going to cure the virus, it's not going to stop the virus, it's just flattening the curve so that the NHS and the other health services can handle the amount of people in the hospitals at one given time. And then once those people are out and healthy and survived, then we can lift the lockdown, and everyone else that inevitably will get sick because the virus will still be around, will have ventilators and beds to go to and not have to die in the streets. So that's why we're in the lockdown. So be sensible, stay the fuck inside. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that hard, is it?
No, it's really not that bad. Not hard to stay at home.
All right. Well, should we wrap out there?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
All right. Cheers, guys. That was episode 96. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting. If you've made it this far, drop a hi in the comment. Just say HI. Just say HI, yeah. and you know, and let me know if you're a real one or not. Catch us on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Snapchat, whatever you want. Yeah, that's all for me.
Wherever you get your poddies.
Where you get your pods from? Oh, too much pud.
Oh, like a little pud. Don't go anywhere, bro. Like that little bit pud.
Oh, leave it there. Why are you rushing?
I do feel I kind of feel sad that we didn't put the inspirational clip at the beginning, so we'll stick that at the end.
Yeah, we'll stick it at the end. What the only the face that only mother could love. Yeah, we'll stick at the end, and then when we're back in the same room, we can talk along to it. But it's too confusing to do over the mic. Yeah. All right, cool guys. Thank you for tuning in for episode 96. Stay safe. Have a good week.
Peace out.
Let me tell you something. You look good today. You hear me? You looking real good today. I'm glad you got up this morning. I know you're going through it, but I love that you keep pushing. So that's all I need you to do. Keep pushing forward. You hear me? I love you. God loves you. You have a purpose in this world, okay? Never forget that. Don't let these haters get you down. Do you know who you is? I think you do. You ain't gonna get tired of seeing me. You ain't gonna get tired of seeing me, because I ain't tired of